She laughed like she ruled the place. Wine glass in hand, crimson dress hugging her like armor. That same sly curve on her lips, meant to charm and to cut. "Still flying solo, huh?" she said, tilting her head just enough to pretend it was playful. I smiled, only on the surface. She didn't know. Not yet. Not about her. Not about how, just moments from now, another hand would quietly slip into mine. She couldn't predict the hush that would sweep through the room like a crack slicing through ice. She had no idea that the woman in black who'd soon walk in wasn't just my wife, she was her sister. And in that instant, her perfectly constructed illusion would shatter. Because when Claire entered, dressed like the final act of a burial, the very air turned still. Her smirk faltered. Her hand trembled around the glass. And for the first time in years, she was the one left exposed. I had waited for that moment. 4 years, to be exact. Every forced grin, every event I skipped, every headline she graced like royalty, every photo she posted with her new forever. I saw it all. I remembered everything. And I waited. Now I just offered a nod to her smug jab, like it didn't matter. Because in a few seconds, nothing would ever feel the same again. 4 years ago, I came home early. That's all it was. No big scheme. No investigator. Just a wrong turn off the expressway and a meeting that got cancelled. And there they were, sitting on my couch, laughing. Too close. Her fingers still grazing his shirt, his belt half undone. She didn't even flinch when I walked in. Just blinked, like I was interrupting something mildly inconvenient. "Let's not make a big deal," she said. Like betrayal was a scheduling conflict. He was older. Rich. The kind of man who wore silence like a designer suit, never needing to explain anything. She married him 6 months later. No apology. No explanation. Just absence. She kept the apartment. Took the friends. Owned the story. And I let her. Said nothing. Did nothing. Because revenge isn't fury. It's patience. It's letting someone get comfortable on their stolen throne, long enough to forget you were ever competition. 2 years passed. Then her sister messaged me on LinkedIn, professional, detached. She was starting her own firm. Needed branding help. We met for coffee. Then again. And again. We never mentioned her. Didn't need to. We worked in silence that said more than confession ever could. I learned the family dynamic. My ex, charismatic, manipulative, always the favorite. Claire, overlooked, underestimated, used, discarded. Until me. Until coffee turned to long walks. Until the night she cried, not because of what she'd lost, but because she saw herself in me. Not as a fixer, not a project. Just pain she recognized, because it looked like her own. We moved in silence. No announcements. No posts. I let my ex keep thinking I was still licking wounds in the ruins she left behind. Until tonight. When my wife walked into the party, time held its breath. Her black dress sliced through the chatter like a scalpel. Heads turned. But I only watched her. And I watched her, the ex, freeze. Her expression stammered, as if her brain refused to translate what her eyes were screaming. "This is my wife," I said softly. Tone flat. Clean. Surgical. The space between her breath and her reply was longer than it should have been. "Claire," she whispered. My wife said nothing. She only looked at her sister with that calm, unreadable courtroom expression I'd come to love. The same look she wore when she first told me how her sister had sabotaged her college plans, her first real love, her confidence. "How?" my ex asked, voice brittle under its gloss. I handed her the photo, our wedding portrait. No caption. No tags. No likes. Dated 2 years ago. Her mouth parted, but the words never arrived. Only the weight of understanding. Only silence. "You always called me weak," I said, stepping in just a bit. "Too quiet. Too forgiving." She swallowed hard. The room held its breath. No one moved. No one intervened. "I wasn't forgiving," I continued. "I was watching." Claire took my hand again. Not to claim. Just to close the book. You built your whole life on lies, Claire said softly. And you married him just to spite me, her sister spat. Claire's smile was ice. The coldest thing I'd ever seen. No, she whispered. I married him because he's everything you told me he wasn't. And just like that, the illusion crumbled. No drama. No fireworks. Just truth, quiet and poisonous as arsenic in a wine glass. And a room too afraid to drink it. Later, in the car, we didn't speak. We didn't have to. Revenge isn't about rage or spectacle. It's about equilibrium. She left me wrecked. I rebuilt. She expected me to stay. I